Welcome to Sound Fusion Radio, and thank you very much for agreeing to allow us to interview you today. That's very kind. Thank you very much indeed.
No worries. Good to chat.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we were wanting to talk to you regarding the album that we've got actually as our featured album of the week, which is the Soul Love 2014 album, which
Yep.
I believe you put together.
Yeah, I did. It kind of, it's something I put together through the end of last year into early this year. I think it was about 4 or 5 months, just slowly compiling, getting all the songs that I really love, doing a lot of research, finding some new artists. And yeah, I'm really delighted with the end result. And, I think it's a great album that, people can really get a good reflection of where modern soul music's at right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that at all, Ollie. And from the point of view of there being 25 tracks on the digital version, I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these sort of modern digital compilations and albums have got a lot of tracks. I mean, I guess that's one of the great things that, this digital era allows, is that there's infinite space. So, you're not limited to like a CD, where you've only got 80 minutes or so. So, we were able to extend the album and really get on quite a few tracks. But we do have a CD sampler release of the album, which is like 14 tracks. So, yeah, we've got the digital version, which is 25, and the CD release, which is 14. And then we also did 2 7-inch vinyl releases, which were really limited. We did that in conjunction with the recent Record Store Day.
Yeah, because I saw those actually on the site for the album. 2 7-inch singles, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did that. I mean, there seems to be a real renaissance at the moment with vinyl, and especially like the 7-inch market seems to be really picking up. We did something on one of Tony Monreal, who's one of our artists. His recent EP, we did a 7-inch release, and just people really went for it. So. It's really nice to have that kind of renaissance back with the vinyl stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's always good to see a little bit of vinyl back out there, and us DJs, we like a little bit of vinyl, don't we? So
yeah, I mean that's kind of it's where I came from, it's where a lot of people came from, and it's we all embrace this new digital. Well, it's not new anymore, but the digital era.
Yeah.
But it's so nice to still. I mean, I think I get so much pleasure from selling a record and a CD than you do compared to a download, because you feel like you've been part of the whole process. You've made that record, you've manufactured it, and then you sold it, and you had something in your hands. So it feels like something. But with the downloads, it's kind of like it's all in the air, isn't it? It's all invisible. So it's kind of But it is nice to know there is still a little market there. So always try and cater for that.
Definitely, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to the tune choices for the album, tell us a little bit about how you went about that, and sort of why you chose the tunes you did. I mean, every single one of them's a gem, to be honest, so I can understand that. But tell us a little bit more about your process and how you went about it.
I think it just starts with kind of you have 3 or 4 in mind, and some stuff that you've heard recently, and you go, right, I definitely would love to put that on there. And then there's definite artists that you'd like to have involved, so you kind of get in touch with them and see if there's anything around. And then it was a case of just really kind of being online, researching and digging and trying to find some new artists that maybe don't have the exposure, maybe don't have the profile. And that just took time. There was unfortunately, I did sift through a lot of stuff that wasn't that great. But it was worth it, it is a bit tiring sometimes going through stuff that there's probably not going to be anything there for you, but there is some really strong artists out there, and it is just a case of trying to find them. I think that is the big problem sometimes, just getting these songs out there, getting these artists known.
Yeah,
I think the combination of having this album where you've got kind of legendary independent artists like your Omars and your Karen Wheelers and Eric Robesons, Tony Monreals and stuff like that, and then we've got some more sort of low-key artists who I think could be really big going forward. But I think the mixture is really good. And obviously, they're all independent artists. There's no major label artists there, so this is all independent guys that are doing it off their own back, funding all their own music, trying to promote it all themselves, and it's really just pushing everyone really together as a scene.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the artists that you've selected there are ones that we've also selected on that same basis for our rotation, which is, encouraging for us as well, and like you say, you've got your names that like your Donnies and so on. Yeah. And then, like Timotha, we saw her at the Flyover Portobello at a do, and she was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, she's a great artist. I mean, I think I've been told, I'm not 100% sure, but I think she's like a Broadway actress as well. And, she's got a great career going on that, but she's a really great singer. And, I was past some of her material a few months back and, always wanted to kind of include it. So it was with this project coming up, it was perfect to include her. And then, got other people like Deborah Debs, who's a real...
Amazing, yeah.
I've been doing quite a few tracks with her recently on some sort of soulful house kind of stuff with her, which has been great. She's a great girl and she's a great singer, so that's been great. Who else is there? And I've tried to go a little bit global as well. Not just American and British artists. We've got Dollar Lova, who are from Finland. On there, and then we've got these young guys, a band from Johannesburg, South Africa, called Mozart, which I was lucky enough to remix one of their songs, and our remix version just seemed to fit really well as well on this album. So, there's a lot of new people, and I'm we're just really excited about it.
Yeah, the Party After remix, the Real People remix that you did there. I mean, we've used that on our Soulful House show, which is, just a great remix. Loving that, and I can imagine Deborah Debs being a fantastic sort of Soulful House remix as well. Yeah.
Oh, she really well, and she's just so easy to work with. She's got great ideas, really quick, and that's what I really like doing with my label, is because I'm into the soul stuff. So we often release a lot of kind of soul stuff, but then we have stuff that's quite remixable. So you kind of introduce people to that kind of housey crowd as well. So she's never really done too much of that stuff. So we remixed her single Fizzy Lemonade on the label. And we've just done a new song with her called Don't Hold Back on Love, which is getting a lot of love at the moment. So, yeah, she's someone that I really want to work with. I think, we're trying to do a project together in some capacity. We haven't kind of worked it out exactly yet, but we're talking all the time. And, yeah, she's someone I really enjoy working with and really want to help, push. And she's getting a lot of love in the live, the sort of touring circuit at the moment. I know she's going to be at the Jazz Cafe in London.
Yeah, on Sunday, yeah.
Sunday, yeah. So with another artist called Shay Soul that we've worked with over the years and stuff. So that'll be a great event. And she's going to do really well, Deborah.
Yeah, I mean, she was our featured artist a couple of weeks back, and we know Shay Soul as well.
Yeah,
it's just lovely to see you guys working with them. The remix is coming out, and this album. There's a couple of people that were sort of on the independent chart for ages. I mean, Solpatio Jones as one example, right, and Tyrone Lee. They did very well on the independent soul chart.
Yeah,
and it's just lovely to see them appearing on this album as well. It's a real great spread of artists, and that's wonderful.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah. So, I mean, what are you sort of doing further with this? I mean, pushing it out there, obviously. I mean, are you sort of taking anything on the road with it, or any sort of on the road promotions or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, this is something that I really want to build. This brand, the Soul Love brand, and definitely using it as a showcase event. With artists from the album. We've actually got a date pending at the Jazz Cafe in London, and speaking to a couple of other venues around the country to do like a Soul Love sort of mini tour. I think it'll be around September. Unfortunately, we weren't able to kind of get it all together for the launch, but I don't like rushing things. I want to do it, as well as I can. So we're hoping around September there'll be 2 or 3 shows where 2 or 3 of the artists from the album be involved in doing a live show, and then already starting to think about the next one and what else we can do with this brand, because I really want to push it. I really want to use it as a tool to just promote great music, and there is great music out there. Hopefully, I mean, so far the response has been really, really good. Not just through people listening on radio and in the press, but the sales as well. So far, touch wood, have been really good, and we put a lot of work in this. So you really, you got your fingers crossed and you pray that people go out and support. And so far, people are doing that, which means the world, and it means that you can really kind of start planning as to what you can where you can go with the whole brand.
Well, I mean, you get so many of these sort of sequence albums promoting what's going on in the mainstream, but nothing much really on the soul front. I mean, we've had the Soul Lounge ones and so on, but this is embracing, the indie artists, the independents with, from various different places, and is allowing, something, a brand, if you like, that people can hook into. To knowing that it's a good supply of great modern soul.
Yeah, that's it. That was the plan. That was the whole idea, was that I think there's a lot of people out there that love soul music. They love the genre, but they kind of lost, I don't know, maybe they got a little bit lost and they don't know who the new modern artists are. And I think that I just wanted to create something that, was independent but didn't, it would look and feel like it could be on a major label, something that feels great and looks really slick and solid, and something that, isn't just going to be a here, there, gone the next minute, So that was the plan, and I really want to put my all into this and try and build it, and hopefully, this one will do well, and all the artists involved will spread the word, and they'll have more material to get on the next one, and we do the events, and who knows what can come from this, so I'm really excited about it.
Sounds absolutely fantastic, and the quality of the tunes are backing that up all the way, which is wonderful. Absolutely great for us. Is there any social media or anything you'd like to point our listeners at to learn more and know more about the Soul Love brand itself?
Yeah, well, we've got we've built a website for Soul Love, which is www.soullove2014.com. And then we've got the Real People Music site, which is realpeoplemusic.co.uk. And then we've got our various social medias on Facebook, Twitter, which is Real People 1, and Soul Love 2014 is on Twitter as well. So you can find us all through those, and all the information about what's going on with Soul Love, what's going on with Real People Music, and all the different artists and releases that we have.
Absolutely fantastic.
Happy to reminisce about the past.
Yeah, well, I saw you and Tony in Tokyo. I wasn't actually there. I just saw the video of it on the site, and it looked absolutely fantastic, actually.
All right, yeah, we always have a lot of fun together, me and Tony. So, yeah, we're off to South Africa in a couple of weeks to do some shows out there. Like we do a DJ and Tony sings as well. So, yeah, we always have a lot of fun.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, I saw Tony actually at a private party that Incognito were playing at a couple of weeks back, and that was the last I saw Tony and Bluey. But yeah, I mean, always great to meet him. He's a great guy.
He's a top boy. Yeah, he's a good pal of mine, and yeah, he's someone that I'm really, we're focused on him as well, because hopefully his album will be out before the end of the year. He's kind of main solo album, so yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of good stuff coming out from Real People, that's for sure. And, the site's great as well. I'm glad that you showed people in there, because, that's a great focal point for what Real People are doing, the DJs, everything.
Yeah, no, we've actually got a brand new site that's sort of 3/4 of the way through being developed at the moment. And I'm hoping that it's going to be just a lot more functional. The site that we've got at the moment, it really works, but it's a little bit kind of 3 or 4 years old, and technology changes so much.
Yeah.
That we tried to update it, and I think the the new site and the store really works better on this new site. So there's a lot of nice things to come over the next few months.
Wonderful. Well, we'd love to stay behind the Soul Love brand, and support you all the way. So if you keep us up to date with your releases and so on,
definitely.
We'd love to support those through Sound Fusion Radio, through the Breakfast Show and the various other shows here. So that'd be great.
No, definitely, man. I'll make sure that you're up to date and you get all the bits and bobs from us.
That's wonderful, Ollie. Well, thank you very much, Ollie, for your time today.
No worries. Thanks a lot for supporting, man. Okay, mate.
Okay.
Lovely.
Have a wonderful afternoon.
Yeah, you too. Take care, mate.
Cheers. You take care too.
Bye.
Thanks, Ollie. Cheers now. Bye.